Oh, we didn't record your gag.
Do we want to
But
do it
on the
again?
bright side, no, it's three times it's just dead. I mean, the first time it was witty, the second time it was just ego. Um, the third one, it'll be limp and flaccid, like soggy lamprey. Um, okay, welcome to Time Ran, the podcast that's like a soggy lamprey.
Time Ram.
The Reflex is an only child. He's waiting in the park. Why is he waiting in the park? Is he on his own? Has he got supervision? What's going on there? Has the Reflex been fed? Someone should think about the Reflex. This is not acceptable, right? Fine.
Yeah,
Okay. That over there is Barry Williams.
Hello.
That down there is Paul Ferry.
hello.
And the three of us, I being Rupert Booth, are Time Ram, the podcast that's got nothing to do with reflexes, apart from gag reflexes, I suppose, and parks, but a lot to
Yeah.
do with Doctor Who. So, yeah, tonight we're doing a story that, God, blimey, it was hard going to watch. I mean,
Mm.
seriously, I watched it just before.
Yeah.
And episode 1.5 drag,
Yeah.
but anyway, it's the Hungry Earth stroke Cold Blood,
Yeah.
but done in the style of William Hartnell.
Mm.
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 That's quite a
Yeah.
change, isn't it, chaps?
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's quite a leap. It's always interesting. I always find it most interesting when we have to fit a classic series story into a new series story,
Yeah.
and particularly one from that far back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
instantly there's so much about the production value side of this that we aren't doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That can't happen.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
yeah. I was just going to say we've had quite a few Hartnell stories now. I think this is like the eighth one or something like that.
mhm.
Quite a
Yeah.
few more than we've had for Trouton. Poor Trouton.
It's
Uh,
typical, isn't it? Yeah, poor old Trout.
yeah. But we haven't done any in the first ever season. We haven't. We've kind of avoided it. I
Wait,
wonder if that's because the first season's so different to everything that comes afterwards.
Yeah.
So if I was going to put this anywhere, I
yeah,
would maybe put it in place of something like maybe Marco Polo or the Keys of Marinus.
right. Early,
Yeah.
Early,
early.
I think
just to
the
get
fact
it
that
out of our systems.
yeah, I think the fact the first season is so many 7 episodes as well is a bit of a kind of put
Mm,
off,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Well,
Six or
it's two
seven
seven
episodes.
episodes.
Yeah,
yeah.
and
Well, I
six
kind of
episodes.
I've veered towards the Keys of Marinus partly because the Doctor disappears for 2 episodes.
I'm veered towards the Keys of Marinus a lot.
And
Yeah.
in this,
Walking down the street and suddenly, oh, Keys of Marinus.
you could engineer a doctor or a companion holiday quite easily because Amy disappears for ages. You just put the doctor in that role and then that's it. He's gone.
Yeah.
True, true. I mean, I'm down with the first season. Yeah,
Mhm.
why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Why
Yeah.
the hell not?
Why the hell not?
Yeah.
Well, let's do
I
it.
was thinking a way to deal with there being more companions in a like 3 companion setup is they probably wouldn't have that kid in it because
Good.
as
Yeah.
we've established before, they didn't really have kids
Yeah.
on kids television in those days.
Yeah.
So just have Susan really kind of replacing doing what the kid does in that.
Yeah. Mhm.
That would probably give her more to do than she gets in her average original story, to be
Well,
honest.
yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Right then, season one.
Season one.
Yeah.
I better find the plot.
Yes.
So this is our earliest story so far then.
Yeah, this is how we're opening.
It is,
Yeah,
yeah.
Wow.
at this point anyway.
Straight into the Silurians.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or Homo Reptilia, as they keep on amusingly calling them.
Yeah.
If you have the mind of a 3-year-old, which I do.
Yes. The ghost of Hartnell is now going, it is not amusing.
No, he's not. No, no. The Ghost of Hartle's probably going, Homo what? And thrashing with his stick. You know the rumours that Hartnell was homosexual?
Oh, right.
I think the ones that object the most that are most likely to be homosexual.
Protesting too much.
Is that the
Oh
theory?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Apparently, I think during his Mythmakers interview, oh, what's the guy's name? He was an extra in season 2 and 3. He played Gearon and a Venom Grub.
Jack Pitt?
Jack Pitt, thank you, who was a young actor, like in his 20s, and he stayed in digs with Hartnell while they were recording, or for weeks on end. And he apparently said that Hartnell had him. I mean, completely consensually.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah.
Wow.
I always thought that was a bit odd about his sponsor in his early years as an actor. This idea of a kind of established older actor, kind of helping
into the
along this
business.
young chap. And when you hear that, maybe it was innocent in those days, but it always comes across a little bit weird.
It was innocent in those days.
Yeah.
Nothing, not even Metropolis, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. Hartnell could have been one of those actors who just married for the look of it. Yeah.
It's terribly sad if so, isn't it? Sad.
Yeah.
And you can really see why that would contribute to someone being really, really irate an awful lot of the time.
Yes.
That's the point of violence towards. So yeah, I throw that in.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
You're free to throw it out again.
Go ahead, time round.
Yeah, I guess we better get on with it. Yeah.
Prologue.
Prologue.
A prologue.
Prologue.
Well, yeah, certainly in the original version there is a sort of a prologue, an opening scene
Ooh.
set in Cwmtaf in South Wales in 2020, which obviously at the time of recording was 10 years in the future.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, it's set in Wales again. It's kind of, by this point, I remember kind of going, "Oh, of course, it's set in fucking Wales."
yeah,
Just want to be in
fucking Wales.
futuristic 1973.
yeah.
But yes, I noticed the doctor does say around 2020. I immediately thought, "No, it fucking isn't, mate. That's 2019."
Yes, their version of 2020 bears little resemblance to what I remember.
Not at all. I'd have kind of preferred lizard people.
Unless, you see Amy and Rory on the hill in the distance and they don't come any nearer. Maybe they're just social distancing. Maybe that's
Get
what it is.
away!
No.
Oh!
They're doing it even better, social and temporal distancing.
Yes. Put a mask on.
Yeah, it seems really odd and out of place, that bit to begin with, doesn't it?
Yeah. Does it have a resolution? I've never understood. What is the resolution of it?
Well, the whole point is the end, isn't it? The end of the
Well, yeah, at the end, it's just Amy on the hill on her own. So
yeah,
that's all it's for. I can't imagine them doing it in the 60s. I don't think that's the sort of idea that would occur.
It's not going to happen in the 60s.
No.
It's kind of sloppy, I think.
It doesn't. I mean, it's typical Chibnall, isn't it? It doesn't really contribute much.
And his name has been invoked.
No, Clis.
No, Clis. Don't put them on the hillside. Oh, can we get Carey Blyton in for this one?
Which did, didn't we? Oh, you mean in 63? I don't see why not.
Yeah, 63.
Yeah. 64.
64, yeah. So, yeah, who did the music for Keith Maris? Did anyone do the music for Keith Maris?
Norman Kay.
Norman Kay, right.
Who did Earthly Child. Sensorize. And I really like his stuff.
Yeah.
It was 3 stories. And then, I don't know, died.
Did he die? Or you just speculating?
He might still be around. He might have been a child prodigy for all I know. But he wasn't.
No, probably not. Yeah, so they got a drilling rig here in this town. They're drilling to 21 kilometers below the surface of the Earth, and there's a bloke there called.
Have they not watched Inferno?
I know.
They should know.
It hasn't been made yet.
Didn't that get to Wales? It had been made. It had been made in 1970. Oh, maybe it hadn't been made. Yeah.
Well, this was made in 1964, so it's clearly
true.
Yeah,
true. I keep forgetting that.
Yeah. Unless we put Inferno in the Marco Polo slot. I mean,
Not the Jodie Whittaker story in Inferno.
Let's see how it goes. Let's put all the there are only
the drilling stories in a row.
We'll put them very really early on. It's like Cindy Newman had to think about going. Yeah, do one about drills.
The drill
No, another one.
trilogy. The trilogy.
Pop, pop, pop.
The trilogy.
That's what Doctor Who's about. No BMs. Fuck you. Dive, dive, dive. Because that's after the musical.
Thank you, Doctor.
Just going off on a tangent on that
Power Theme's 90.
that Stingray thing. I always thought he said "fuck you," dive,
Fuck
dive,
you,
dive.
dive,
What
dive,
does he
dive.
actually say?
So, I don't know. I asked Gary Shoefield once, who made it.
Yeah.
Right? And I talked to him when he found out I was a prisoner fan and so on. So this years ago. And I said, "What is that?" It goes, "Fuck you, dive, dive, dive." And he just shrugged. And I don't know.
What
It's
is what?
fine.
What are you talking about?
Power Theme's 90?
Oh, no idea.
You
Right.
must have heard it at my place in the early 90s. You would have heard it at my place
Oh,
in the
okay.
early 90s.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It was a
Undoubtedly.
record of remixes of TV themes
Right.
that
Okay.
seemed
Command.
terribly modern at the time and now sounds
Yeah.
hideously dated.
Incredibly dated. And one of them was Stingray.
Yeah.
Right. Stingray,
And what
okay.
they do is that, they'd put in sound bites from episodes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And there's one bit where, it's dun 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 dun. Commander Shaw goes, "Fuck you, dive, dive, dive." It sounds like Stingray, Stingray. Dun, 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 dun.
I'm gonna have to watch all of Stingray just to find out where that clip comes from.
I tried that once. I started that once, and I just
It's
couldn't.
hard.
I couldn't.
Yeah.
It's
No stuff.
hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
With my hand. What we should do, we should divide the episodes.
Yeah.
We should, crowdsource this.
Yeah.
Uh,
We'll watch one episode each.
yeah.
Searching for the fuck you.
And then one day one of us will find it. Or horribly enough, one day none of us will find it and it'll all have been a lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something the royal family might do.
Funnily enough, the one Jerry Anderson puppet series I can happily sit through every episode of is Joe 90. I don't know why.
Really?
Everybody seems to hate Joe 90, but it's
I don't hate Joe 90. I can kind of do Fireball.
yeah.
But I can't really do Stingray in the same way, which makes no sense because they're the same
Yeah.
stylistically, but
Yeah.
the same color.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can watch Thunderbirds. That's all right.
Oh yeah, Thunderbirds.
Yeah.
That seems like a limp ending or something. Well, I watched Thunderbirds.
I'm not going anywhere with this. I'm just,
Yeah.
ruminating.
Coasting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anderson coasting.
Yeah. There's a Thunderbirds remake that they did in the early noughties or the 90s. So it's
Fuck
actually
you.
good.
Dive, dive, dive. Anyway, Silurians.
Yes.
Silurians or
Yeah.
Eocenes or Homo
Or
Reptilia,
Eocenes or Homo Reptilia, whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah.
whatever the fuck they are. So there's a bloke called Mo. Mo
Yeah.
works
Yeah.
in the drill.
Yeah.
Drill Mo. He's a family man. He's got a son who's
That works with Stingray. Drill mo, drill mo.
Drill mo.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah.
he's got a son who's got dyslexia, which seems like a very Chibnall interest.
Yeah.
Dyslexia,
Mhm.
dyspraxia, all that stuff.
Mhm.
And he's reading him the Gruffalo.
Yeah.
And again, it's not really relevant anywhere, is it?
It's not really relevant. The bit
Yeah.
that stayed with me is he goes to work and he opens up the Gruffalo and starts reading it again to himself with evident enjoyment.
Yeah.
And I
Yes.
think, speaking of someone who's had a young child, you read
Mhm.
those fucking books 4 times a day. You're not going to be reading it in your spare time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've gone to work. You don't have to entertain the kid anymore. You're going to be getting out,
Yeah.
whatever you want to read, whatever that is.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you
yeah.
don't. Right, I'll read the Gruffalo for the 150th time.
Hardcore Star Trek porn.
Yeah,
Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe
I
he's
mean-
just got the cover of the Gruffalo and inside it's,
it's
massive jugs.
make sure you get the right one out when you've got bedtime reading coming on. But
Yes.
What, the right jug?
right book.
Oh, right. I don't know. I haven't got a child.
So I mean, no respect to Julia Donaldson, but yeah, I don't want to read the Gruffalo. Anyway, he's in the middle of reading the Gruffalo when he gets eaten by the
Yeah.
ground.
Mm.
Which
Yeah.
probably comes
Right,
as
so
a
eaten by the
blessing.
ground, eaten by the ground. Did either of you guys on the first broadcast go, "It's the fucking Tractators"?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey!
Yeah.
It wasn't just me.
no,
But it's not the fucking Tractators.
No.
Disappointment.
Ugh.
we should put Frontios in the Aztec slot, and then you complete the trilogy that way.
Nice, nice. So it's basically Inferno is the second story, is it? Or does
I'm
that
sorry.
say-
I've got it in my head as Inferno, Hungry Earth / Cold Blood, and then Frontios.
Frontios.
Yeah.
Great. Excellent.
So
Sidney Newman's well pleased
yeah.
with his drill fixation.
Anyway, then we go into titles.
Yeah.
Except we don't, because of course this is the 60s.
No,
That's not how they're going to start. They're going to
not
start
how
with
they're
the
going to
TARDIS
start.
crew.
Yeah. Right.
Coming
You
out
probably
of the
wouldn't get
TARDIS.
that whole beginning bit.
No, you get that definitive at the end of episode 1.
Yeah.
You're going to have quite a lengthy sequence of them bimbling around, explain to Ian why they can't stay there because they're in the future. They're in the distant future in 1974. And
74?
Yes.
Good
Is what
Lord,
Ian
Doctor.
would say.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, dear boy. So yeah, it's the Doctor, Ian, Barbara, and Susan
Yeah.
arrive.
And they're on Earth, and presumably Ian and Barbara are going, "Oh, thank fuck!"
Mm.
But it's
and then they'll go,
19,
"Oh no,
Oh fuck!
1974, and it's Wales.
yeah." Ian will go, "Wales?" Faint.
They're not really going to go on location, though, are they? They'll be doing it on a set somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
mm,
they'll probably be on set.
yeah.
Might be at Ealing if we're lucky.
It might be Ealing, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've done an acid sea on the set, so I guess they can get away with it.
Having said that,
Yeah.
this is 1964. There'll be coal mines everywhere,
Hmm.
Yeah.
even within like 25 minutes of TV Centre. So they might go on location. This might be the
In
first
central
location.
London, coal mines. Are you sure?
Well, okay, yeah, it was all sucked from the north. But
They're
when,
probably like when they see the big drill thing, it'll probably be like looking down on the Dalek City, won't it? There'll be
Yeah, it'll
that
be one of
kind
those
of they're
model shots,
in
yeah, there'll be an inlay shot.
half of the
Yeah.
frame. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be inlay.
Yeah.
And Ian will be like kind of, I've heard of something like that in Bolivia. And
Look at that incredible drill.
yes.
Another drill, Doctor.
Barbara, look. Yes.
Oh,
That seems to
marvellous.
happen a lot. Gotta go, Barbara, look at the thing she's looking at. She go,
Yes.
looking at it. With my eyes, man.
There's nothing else to look at. There's just a black screen here.
You clearly see the same thing as you because I'm standing right next to you in my same plane of vision. Like, why you stop guiding me? I'm Barbara, right? I'm harder.
She's hard.
Harder Barbara.
Harder, Barbara.
That would be the 1960s version of Torchwood.
Harder Barbara.
After they leave,
Harder
like, Harder Barbara.
Harder, Barbara.
She will fuck your shit up. On BBC Two late at night. Because we're pushing the boundaries.
Barbara Wright, After Dark.
Barbara Wright, and she is.
Pile of drugs left outside the TARDIS, remember?
Yes, what about them?
It's possible that they may have been anti-radiation drugs. No, impossible in this temperature. The science is too warm. Yes, and if you'd had your shoes on, my boy, you could have lent her hers. I can't improve at this very moment. Yes, but I rather fancy that settled that little bit of solution. Oh, I think that might be just some fluorescent substance in the walls. You'll end up with a couple of dirt scissors flying around in space, in space. Don't underestimate my power.
You call this episode Barbara Will Fuck You Up, and then have done with it, really.
Let's see if she fucks something up. I mean, she might do.
Yeah,
She
she
might
might
just storm in and fuck the side of her and shit up, and they go, yeah, done it. Sorted it. Let's go.
Do a murder.
Got your granddaughter back, killed the Silurians, you stupid old man. Off to the TARDIS.
So immediately they notice, well, at least the Doctor notices that the ground's a bit strange.
Yeah.
Weird, apparently. And there's
He's prodding
blue
it with a
grass.
stick.
Yeah, he would. He'd probably.
Yeah.
Slightly accusingly in that slightly kind of Empire way that Hartnell prods things with his stick sometimes.
Mm. Mhm.
Like he's a bit offended. Well, that's wrong. It's not British.
Just looks like a studio floor.
Yeah. The ground disturbed. I'm just trying out my patent Ian impersonation. I think William Russell's very good. I shouldn't take the piss.
Yeah.
He's very good. I mean, he holds
He
those
is very
together at times. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
Just once in a while, though, there's those exclamations of kind of, why, this is wonderful that he does. That make me
Yeah.
go, oh, you are acting in the 60s.
yeah. I guess they're going to spend a certain amount of time trying to investigate the blue grass.
Yeah.
What is that about the bluegrass?
I don't know. Is it Silurian grass? I don't.
I mean,
Does it get an
something
explanation?
underground, make a kit.
So they're coming up from 30 kilometers under the ground, these Silurians, but they've sent the grass up as an advanced pie. Maybe that's what it is.
Nice. That's the
Yeah.
way to make pizza, man.
Yeah. Give them the
Send the
grass.
grass up.
Send the grass.
Yeah, man.
Just do it.
The grass one. I like these Silurians.
When are they from, though? I mean, it doesn't make.
Earth.
When? When are they from?
I do know. Not crystal legible. When are they from? Well, they're not from the Silurian. Well, the Eocene era, apparently.
Well, yeah, the
All
Eocene,
reptiles have been wiped out.
after the dinosaurs, the Eocene era, so that doesn't make a lot of sense. And then if it's
No,
the
but
Silurian era, there's no
except we've got a
terrestrial
dinosaur
life.
in the Silurians, sorry, in Doctor Who and the Silurians. So they must. I mean, I've always, to my mind, they're Cretaceous.
It
Kind
seems
of makes sense.
that would fit. They should be called the
You know,
Cretaceous. Yeah,
The dinosaurs have been around long enough to evolve into intelligence.
yeah.
And exactly whether that sentence didn't. The dinosaurs have been around long enough to evolve into intelligence. I'm a writer.
So that's no moon. That's that asteroid that was coming in. That's not the moon.
That's no one.
Yeah.
That's no moon.
I wonder if one of them stood there going, I have a bad feeling about this. And then, of course, the rest of them all turn around and go, oh, you're fucking conspiracy theorists. You want, it's going to come and destroy us, isn't it? Yeah, because that's what you always go on about. And you go, hey, fine, I'm digging a hole, mate. With my third eye. That came up well on audio, didn't it? My Silurian wobbling.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing the head bobbling. Yes.
Yeah.
So, there's a mine. Obviously, they can see the mine.
Yeah.
Big model shop, big old drill.
Or is it yours?
Big old drill. So,
We should do one of these on video sometime. We should do a time ram special. It's like really heavy editing.
the problem is the editing. The editing's
Yes.
nightmarish.
I have to say this, but this is going off on a tangent, but those kind of I hate those YouTube videos that you get a lot of now, where people obviously can't get their script out in one go. So they just put these cuts in. They're like these really obvious cuts where in the middle of a sentence, they're kind of going like this.
At least we would have a cutaway of fish standing there or something like that.
Yeah.
Don't you hate them? It's
mirror or
so
something, yeah.
fucking amateurish, and yet it's just a thing now. It's just
Yeah. It's the internet.
I thought of doing one once. I thought of doing a spoof one once, which was like every single syllable.
yeah.
It would be a cut.
I saw one of these viral videos. Oh God, I'm going on a tangent here, but I saw one of these viral videos on the internet the other day, and it was literally they had a sort of clear plastic tub on the ground, and a girl comes in a bathing costume and gets in the tub, and then they put another tub on top of her with a kind of a hole cut in it so she can stick her head and shoulders out, and they take these two tubs together, right? So she's just got a little gap, and then they're going to do the Mentos thing, the Coke Mentos thing, in this tub with this poor fucking girl in it. So they're filling it full of Coke. We've got the Mentos there. They're going to chuck the Mentos in. And I'm watching it thinking, this is a really bad idea.
Stupid.
I mean, at the absolute minimum, it's going to go up her nose. It's going to be absolutely nightmarish.
Yeah.
And then they get to the end. They've spent Christ knows how much money on 10 bottles of Coke to get it up to her ankles.
Yeah.
And then they tip the Mentos in, and nothing bloody happens. They've got the wrong type of Coke in there. That's it. Nothing happens. And then that's the end of the video. So they fucked it up completely.
Yeah.
And it's gone viral. Yeah, it's a massive
And
thing.
it's like, and I got to
We'll
the
be
end, I'm
learning
like,
from it.
I've seen some shit on the internet, but this is officially the worst thing I've seen on the internet. I mean, it's just pathetic.
Yeah.
People are
So
too
much that I
stupid to get
can't
the right.
understand on the internet.
Yeah.
Some people don't understand.
We're too dumb to get the right Coke, but they put it on the internet anyway. So
Yeah.
that's all right. Anyway,
So yeah,
Yeah.
what to who?
People watch this shit.
this
People
story
watch
that
this
we're
shit.
all hugely invested in.
Written by that talented writer Chris Chibnall. I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah. No.
I love that video where they stuck him in a can of Coke and elephant's toothpaste erupted and went up his nostrils and everything. Oh, it was hilarious. Stuck him in a can of Coke. Oh dear.
in the can of
Again,
Coke.
writer.
Yeah. Red Nose Day coming up. We can make this happen.
Yeah.
So
We can't make this happen.
we can't make this.
We can't make it unless we actually track down Chris Chibnall and buy an awful lot of Coca-Cola. And I just thought I'd just touch that because obviously Chibnall has worked an awful lot in Soho,
Yeah.
which the pavements are paved with white powder. No, that's a lie. They're paved with piss, actually, on the whole.
All right. Okay.
Well, there's these urinals that just suddenly appear on a Friday night in Soho. External urinals that are like kind of cones, like a Dalek, big sort of Dalek with indentations in. You stand in there and you
Right.
piss.
So
And of
when they
course,
say the
that's
streets of
on-
London are paved with gold, what they actually mean is urine.
Is urine.
Golden
Yeah.
shower.
Go, absolutely. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Much of it caked on over the years and stinking in the summer heat. Going
So-
down there
sounds
on
lovely.
Thursday, I'll walk down those streets, with my shoes kind of going as I walk along, sticking to the pavement.
Sticking to the pavement, right.
Oh yeah.
Looking forward to that. Is that going to be good?
Yes. Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London.
I'll show you piss. That'll make you
That'll
change
make you
your
change
mind.
your mind. It's a Chibnall story. What are we going to,
What are we going to do? Talk about the story? I mean, come on.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got much to go on. I mean, Christ. This one's really slow, isn't it?
Not a lot happens in episode 1, yeah. I mean, the crew split up. We're going to have to
Mhm.
probably make a decision about that at some point. So 2 of them go
Yeah.
to investigate the mine.
Yeah.
I would estimate maybe 2 of them stick around.
Well, it'll be
Ah.
Ian and Susan who'll go off to have a look at the mine, won't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Was
if
it
we're
the
going to give the doctor a holiday, I would give the doctor and someone. Doctor and
Fine.
Barbara. Go to the
Dr. and Barbara then.
Ian and Susan stick around because they've been approached by Ambrose,
Ah.
Yeah.
who's
She's a
who's a Ambrose, who's a perfectly nice person, is come to speak to them. We're not giving away the plot. Come to speak to him
I
about
just
her
think
family
she's
that
so
goes-
telegraphed. That is all. I
Yeah.
think she's really telegraphed throughout. There's no subtlety there.
Yeah,
There seemed to me to be an awful lot more subtlety in Doctor Who and the Silurians than there is in this.
yeah. The characterization is pretty obvious. Yeah.
Dr.
Yeah.
Quinn and so on, and
Medicine Woman.
Miss Dawson. They've got
Yeah.
depth to them in a way that Ambrose doesn't have.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Anyway, I'm
Hmm.
jumping at it.
Okay, well, Ambrose's relatives, not our living relatives, our dead relatives, are going missing. They did go disappearing out of the graves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This doesn't really go anywhere very much, does it?
Again, what are they doing with it?
Yeah.
They've sent the grass up. The grass is taking the bodies. They're taking it back down again. I don't know.
Yeah.
So that's going on.
Nice ideas, but not play again. We get back to this Chibnall thing of not following the ideas through.
Nothing leads anywhere. Nothing points
Yeah.
at anything. It's kind of,
Yeah. It
Yeah.
is. Baz is waving his arms around
I'm waving my
Yeah.
arms around, trying to
in story confusion.
express this plot.
Yeah.
So the Doctor and Barbara meet Nazarene and Tony at the drill site. They're going to run the drill site between them. I'd love to think that they'd have Nazarene in the 60s Doctor Who, but it seems unlikely. But I don't know who we cast.
Benefit of the doubt and say why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Probably be a man.
They had Xena Merton, didn't they, in that season?
Mm.
I don't know who would play it.
hello, alongside Darren Nesbitt in Yellowface.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. They could have someone in brown face. That would be awful.
But
But they
that's
could
only
do
Welsh
it.
face.
Welsh face.
I don't know what Welsh face would look like.
You
Cold.
don't have to black up for Welsh face. That's fine.
It's cold face. I can say that because I'm a Geordie. You can't.
I think the sort of control center of the mining thing would look less industrial. It would look more sort of like the sort of Quatermass Mission
Yeah.
Command type thing,
Futuristic-ish.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't think it would look, like a workplace.
Mm.
It would look like a studio with
They'll be
some-
in white coats.
yeah.
Yeah.
They'll
Well,
be respecting the technology. They'll be doing right. This is science, guys.
It's set in the far future of 1974. So yeah, it's going to be, a bit different.
I think it'll look like Pathfinders in Space. It'll be like the control room of that.
Yeah.
White coats and lots of very serious people. And those control panels that appear in every Doctor Who story that are hired from Trading Post. They've got big dials and what they were. What these control panels were originally. They're obviously real control panels for things, but for what? I don't know.
I feel like we should set it
or something. Yeah, sorry.
I feel like we should set it further away from Ian and Barbara's time, maybe around 1990, somewhere around there.
Why?
Just because they'd be tempted to stay in season 1. I don't know.
Oh, the wooden man would be going, oh no, it's the Doctor. All you need is the Doctor going, no, you can't.
They'd be tempted by it, then somebody says, the Beatles split up, and they'd be, oh fuck that, I want to go back to 90 shit.
I can't do my hand dancing, man.
Yeah. The Beatles split up.
I can't be doing with that. I'm going to sit down and have a go at some of this grass.
Yeah.
Ian's more of a fan of John Smith and the Cornmen, anyway.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the Honourable Aubrey Waits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe he finds out that the Honourable Aubrey Waits is like Prime Minister and just goes, oh, no. Not having that. Come on, we're going back to we're going to stop that.
Yeah.
And the Doctor goes, no, you can't interfere. Do not. No, my boy. Gonna go over there and hit something.
So I propose that episode 1 cliffhanger is there's a hole in the floor, and the Doctor gets sucked down it. We don't see him for 2 episodes.
Yes, excellent.
Go on.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Bang.
I bring you greetings from all Daleks.
Who's that terrible woman?
Show us your tits and I'll tell you.
You are disgusting.
We were just saying before there about the men in white lab coats and these kind of places. I always thought that was just in films and that. And then, I don't know if I've ever said this before, but years ago when I started in the job that I'm still in now, in about 1991 or something, they showed me around the old building of sort of where I work. And in the basement was the original National Insurance recording system computer. Wow. And it was literally like cabinet computer. It was all these cabinets, and there were literally men in white lab coats going around with big reels of magnetic tape putting them on this thing.
Nice.
It was probably slightly antiquated by 1991, but
yeah. I believe the silicon chip had been invented sometime in the 70s.
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah.
Hey.
I remember going down there, though, just being shown around down there and kind of going, oh, these things do exist.
They're real, yeah.
They're not just in 1960s sci-fi films. Yeah.
You could set James Bond's villain's base down there.
Yeah.
James Bond's villain's base. Yeah.
James Bond's villain's base.
It's one of the things I'm going to miss about the place where I work now is we do have a nuclear bunker, apparently. Yeah. Episode 2. Excellent. We're cracking on. Good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
In our way.
They kind of, they turn the drill off. But Barbara notices that she can still hear some drilling. Somebody's coming up from below. So it's some scary shit.
From below?
Yeah. Right. That's it. That's what happens next. Yes. There's a big old energy barrier goes over the top of the village.
Oh, yeah.
You can't get in or out. I don't know if we need this in the 60s.
I don't think we need it.
Yeah. I don't think they needed it in the...
No, yeah.
It's just so they can do some night shooting, isn't it? That's the only thing they ever do with it. And then
it is, yeah.
At the end of the story, is it still there? I don't know.
What knows?
I don't know.
What happened to the energy mushroom?
Maybe they dissipated it at some point. I can't remember now. But yeah.
What happened to it? What became of the people it used to be? Nah, forget
it. We've got Ian and Susan. They're obviously sort of still in the village.
Should have gone grandfather at some point by now. Actually, that'll be the end of episode 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She gets a telepathic intuition that there's something going to miss.
It was really quiet though. She's kind of like something like that. It won't have been. They've been histrionic.
Yeah, it will be.
Yeah.
Because you can't say that word when it's not histrionic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll be screaming and crying and
she will be
rolling on the floor.
screaming and crying and beating her
Frothing
breast.
around. Yeah. So yeah, there must be some way we must get a message to the village somehow.
Yeah.
Must we?
Well, yeah.
I know.
The Silurians, there's people, there's something coming. We don't know what it is.
Yeah.
There's something coming from under the earth. So it's a bit of an emergency now.
Yeah.
Why is this in the Marco Polo slot? That's 7 episodes. Can we not put it in the Aztecs or something and make it like 4?
He's a Marinus slot.
He's a Marinus. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I say all right. I'm still 6, but there's a lot of padding in this. And episode 1, a lot of padding.
There is quite a lot of padding. Yeah.
Episode 2 kicks off a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 2 I thought was far better, but
yeah,
episode 1 I was just kind of going, oh, get on with it.
Jeez, yeah, I know it does drag. It does. Yeah. There's lots of stuff of them running around the village. They're putting sensors around the village. Ambrose in the original version, Ambrose picks up some weapons. She's like got a cricket bat and stuff like that, and the doctor's kind of tells her off for it. And then he says he's going to use his sonic to knock him out. Fucking hypocrite.
Yeah. It doesn't. It'll be his ring, won't it?
Well, he's not there. He's in the ground. So it's going to be Ian.
He's in the ground. We're fine.
Ian's going to be fully on board with weapons. He's going to be like, yes, give me a cricket bat. Yeah. I'll break the shit out of them. Yeah.
Is he? Is he though? Or is that Barbara? Oh no, Barbara's down with the doctor, isn't she?
Well, let's say Barbara runs back to warn them. Or someone.
Barbara runs back. Right. Barbara's going to be the one being the moral one and kind of going, no, violence is not the way.
Yeah.
Before she punches Ambrose out.
Yeah. But Ian's going, yes, violence is the way. Violence is very much the way.
Tally-ho! Which Ian never does.
They've still got the doctor's stick. He's picked up the stick and he's been possessed.
By
the spirit.
The power of Hartnell.
The power of Hartnell.
By the
power. I shall beat them till within an inch of their lives.
I am the British Empire in one man. This is very unfair on Ian. Ian Chesterton was not like that.
No. He does have quite a lot of fights, doesn't he?
Yeah, only because he has to. Yeah. Well, only because they can't let Hartnell do it because he'll just bray the shite out of the actors. William Russell will actually act it.
Yeah. I mean, fair, if they can spend 10 minutes of sensorites just with Ian backing away from a couple of creatures.
Yeah.
we can pad this,
Yeah. We can pad it, yeah.
So anyway, long story short, the Silurians arrive.
Yeah.
Long story.
And Susan gets sucked into the earth. Gets dragged.
Yeah, why not? Why not? What the hell?
Yeah. In place of the kid, you mean? She's got to kind of take the place of the kid.
If she's in place of the kid, that's what happens to the kid in the original version. Yeah.
I wonder what the Silurians are going to look like. Because they're not going to look like they do in this. They're not going to look like they do in the 1970 version.
No.
They're going to be
bored.
We're talking Vordy, sensorite type things.
Yeah.
Or Iridians. Like Iridians.
Or they could be like Iridians. You know what? They probably are like the Iridians, yes.
Yeah. Because I was thinking, is there any lizard men in that era? And I thought, we're kind of the Iridians.
Yeah, no, the Iridians, they're going to be like that.
Yeah.
Would they be talking like that?
If we move faster than the suns. Stop talking so fucking slowly and get.
Yeah. Be talking to the first doctor like that, and the Hartnell's just going, talk faster, young man.
Come along.
Tell you what, Ian's going to have an ingenious trap set up for them with his coat and a hole in the ground or something like that.
Yes. Nice. Mm-hmm. What, someone that come up that just like go under his coat and he goes, I trapped you.
Oh, it's dark. I'll go back down. He's put some netting over there.
That Ian Johnson, I tell you.
Don't mess with him.
Don't mess with you. He'll have you. With his cunning science master ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
In other news, I've written here, Tony gets tongued.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's not going to happen, is it?
Yeah, they've got big old tongues. These Silurians, they kind of, or
hands.
maybe they don't.
They've got stingy hands,
Stingy, webby hand.
stingy webby hands.
Yeah. So he gets venomed.
And Norman Cave's music goes ba-da! At that point.
Unless we've got Carey Blyton, in which case it
We haven't got Carey Blyton.
That's just an excuse to do your Carey Blyton impression.
Yes.
It's Carey Blyton's Crumhorn impression. I'm sure Carey Blyton doesn't actually talk like that and make those sounds.
Carey, can you do some music for us?
That'd be fantastic. Morning, darling. What would you like for breakfast?
It's kind of going over the phone. Is that a Crumhorn, Carey, or are you just making that noise with your mouth? No, it's an instrument.
Every morning going down the stairs for breakfast. Bum ba bum. Bum ba bum. Bum ba bum 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 ba bum. Oh, I like Carey Blyton. Yeah, let's make that.
Yeah. His wife divorces him, you know, and it's out in the street.
Bum 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 ba 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 ba.
Stay in the local hostel where everyone else says, "Shut the fuck up."
If anybody fancies doing any of our listeners, that is, fancies doing a fanzine, can I recommend Carey Blyton's Crumhorn? That's a good title.
You sure you don't need that for yourself, Paul?
Also, if anyone fancies doing a pornographic website, can I recommend Carey Blyton's Crumhorn?
Oh, look at the Crumhorn on that.
With the emphasis on rum.
It might end up being the title of this episode. So.
Yeah. 1960s Blyton Crumhorn.
Anyway,
yes.
I've got to crack on with this.
Yeah,
Eventually,
I know you have to. Yeah.
I have
It's your
to
burden, but your joy. Well, it's your burden.
Eventually, Ian captures one of them. He captures Alaya.
Yeah.
Alaya.
He's totally going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, he captures Alaya, who is a Silurian warrior.
Yeah.
I suspect in the 60s might not be a lady.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be.
No.
I'm absolutely sure. I thought the same when watching it. I thought, nah, this is going to be a bloke.
It's going to be a blurk. Yeah.
It's going to be a bloke in a rubber heat.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It is.
Because she's very effective, actually.
I mean, you know, Neve McIntosh, she's great, isn't she? She's
yeah,
good.
yeah, she is.
Yeah.
I think all does a good in this, actually. I mean, it's well acted.
Yeah, I mean, they're all giving it their all, you know.
We haven't been recasting, have we?
We haven't cast anyone.
No.
Which is unusual. We haven't even put Helen Mirren in it.
So on.
You know, where's Helen? Where is she?
Well.
Is she blacked up and playing Nasreen? Come on.
Only in the edited portion, which is never going to be heard. Helen's playing. How old's Helen at this point?
19. I don't know.
We're not
old.
No.
So yeah.
Don't have any brilliant ideas about the cast. I don't even have any shit ideas.
Again, the characters are all a bit kind of nondescript, really, aren't
nondescript.
they?
They're utterly nondescript. They're really not. They're that Chibnall way of doing characters, which is to describe a character trait.
Yeah.
And then that's them, apparently.
Yeah, that's it.
Which is shite.
Helen Mirren would be 18 at this point. So, there you go.
Yeah, you should do a spoof of a Chibnall story in which all the characters introduce them. Hello, I'm angry all the time and possibly slightly racist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, pleased to meet you. I'm dyslexic. And
yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And sympathetic.
And that's my defining character trait.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's all hang out together in a big gang for most of the story.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the exciting thing. Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing.
So they interrogate Alaya.
But she doesn't tell them the truth.
She does not tell them the truth.
She's a liar.
She's a liar.
She's lame.
Lame. Turns out the Silurians felt like the drill was attacking them. Bit, you know, it punctured their oxygen things.
Area.
Oxygen area, which was a bit painful. So, so this is retaliation.
Don't puncture me glass bladder, man.
Honestly, do we want to cast any of these guys before I forget?
Yeah, I mean we should, but
yeah,
I don't know.
We're not really motivated.
Stephen Dartnell, he's playing one of them.
Yeah, Stephen Dartnell is good. He's good for that. Yeah,
I met Stephen Dartnell once.
Did you?
When I was about 18. Yeah, I met him and Russell Enoch at the same time, and was talking to them about the Keys of Marinus, and they were going, "My God, that must have been on before you were born," and I was going, "Yeah, it was." And they probably felt really old. And now, as they are, so am I.
So, obviously, they've got the message that that they've got the Doctor and Barbara, but Elia's not willing to negotiate. She won't agree to peace. She won't give them up.
Let's have Darren Nesbitt as this character.
Darren Nesbitt.
Why not?
Yeah. That's like right. Okay. Yeah. He'd be properly evil. Yeah. Okay.
In his thin and
in his thin
cars.
Going, why did I take this role? Yeah. Okay.
Got to pay mortgage.
So they're trying to talk peace. No one's really very interested. I'm not really very interested.
No, I know.
It goes on a bit.
Feels, yeah.
So, I mean, the only pertinent information here is that Elia kind of tells them that one of them's going to kill him. So, meanwhile,
quite nice. I like that bit.
It's quite nice. Yeah.
Absolutely smells of Moffat.
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. There's little bits in the script where you think, yeah, that's
Moffat. Little bits in the script where the writing quality suddenly goes up and the dialogue goes up, aren't there?
Yeah.
Think, right. Well, hey.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. They're going to have to find a way down to meet the Silurians, I guess. So, they're not going to take the TARDIS. I think there must be some kind of travel disc or something that they can use to get down there. And Ian's space.
Really long time.
Ian's digging down 30 kilometers.
Right, I am the Empire. I'm digging. Well, maybe there's one travel disc left. Like Keys of Marinus. And they reverse engineer it and make it work, and down you go.
Down you go.
That was the sound of someone going down through the earth with travel disc, by the way, not the sound of the streets of Soho.
Okay.
That's a suck. That's an inward sound, whereas this is a just carry on past. Just let it go. Let it go. Just take it back.
Right. Okay.
Take it away from you. Go on.
It's because we swapped all the characters and I'm just dealing with mental confusion. So yeah, Ian, I assume he takes Nazreen with him. He heads down to see the Silurians. We probably had some scenes probably with Barbara. Barbara's down there wandering about.
Yeah.
She gets threatened with
dissection.
Yeah. Does she?
Yes, because it's Barbara, and it's going to be a male Silurian scientist, and he's going to be.
Sorry, no, it's not Barbara, is it? It's Susan. Susan's down there. So
is it?
Susan gets threatened.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah. Barbara's up top.
Well, she's just wandering the corridors, going, "Barbara, Ian, grandfather," and gets found.
Well, she meets Mo. Susan meets Mo.
Susan meets Mo. God, that'll be riveting.
Mo's down there.
Who's playing Mo? Hewell Bennett.
Yeah. Bastard. Yeah. Well, at least he's not in Iridian makeup, so he's all right.
Yeah, he's thinking, thank God I'm not wearing one of those bloody things.
He's looking in horror at Darren Nesbitt and going, phew.
That didn't happen to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they wander around these unconvincing caves. And they find a city. We're probably getting near the end of episode 3 at this point. They find a city.
And it's got at least 5 or 6 Silurians in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
At least.
Yes.
Bare minimum.
Yes, it has. or you go to a model shop where it's like clearly stick figures.
Yes.
Bless them. You know, but yeah. Sort of adapted Airfix troopers or something.
The thing is, though, they kind of knew how to make it work. Because if you look at something like the Sensorites, you don't watch the Sensorites and think, "Oh, this is a planet on which there's 5 or 6 people." You do kind of think there's a civilization there, you know.
Oh, they totally make it work. I mean, yeah, I'm a great fan of it.
Yeah.
I like the economy.
Yeah.
Nowadays you get everything thrown at the screen all the time, and I'm so bored with it.
Yeah.
I prefer the art of suggestion.
Yeah.
I can make up a Sensorite society. Leave it to me. Cheers.
Yeah.
That's why we've got 3 or 4 sets to play with, but we're going to do it.
Yeah,
it's be fine.
Yeah.
So they get captured, I think. Essentially, this is basically it.
I'm sure it wasn't intentional, by the way, but the sets in this, when I was watching it before, I thought, my God, they look, the cave sets look kind of like the, well, it's not a cave, it's the underground thing that the Silurians go into to revive the Sea Devils and Warriors of the Deep at the beginning.
Yeah.
Really similar, to the point where I thought, is that intentional? Is that actually a reference?
I mean, they do struggle for a new series episode. These sets are really quite unconvincing. They're really good.
I like them though. I like them. They were trad.
Yeah.
I think they clearly haven't got that much money because when you go into the city, they're in that place in Cardiff, aren't they?
Back in the old
5 or 6 times before.
Yeah. Here we are. We've been here before. Yeah. Very familiar.
We've addressed it a bit more this time, but
yeah,
it really is recognisable.
Yeah, we'll be back here another 5 or 6 times. Don't worry. Yeah. So,
but we're not going to be there in 1964. Hasn't even been built yet.
No.
I would guess.
No.
So we're in a tiny set in Lime Grove Studio D.
Yeah.
Cardiff hadn't been discovered.
No, didn't even exist.
No, there's no Cardiff. No.
The BBC hadn't described it.
So they find the Doctor, I guess. If we're getting to episode 4 at this point, maybe.
Are we? I don't know. I
didn't know we're out. Come back from his holiday.
He's come back from his holiday. He's not got a nice tan. They find him in a sort of suspended animation tube.
Yeah. He hasn't got a nice tan. He's been sitting fishing in Surrey.
Yes, yeah. That was more Barbara's thing, wasn't it? Yeah.
But to find him in the cubicle, I mean, that's exactly the Space Museum, isn't it? That's what that'll look like.
Yeah.
Your Doctor.
We've got some scenes up top as well where there's Tony's there. He's been poisoned.
By Nasty Tongue.
By Nasty Tongue. Yeah. He's been tongued to death.
Well, that was the hand action, wasn't it? That was He's
been hand jobbed to death.
I was trying to avoid hand job. Yeah.
I was wondering which of us would go there first.
Inevitable. Yeah.
Should just have a pause in one of the episodes. Go, which of the regulars is going to make the dirty joke first?
Listener, there's a potential penis reference here. Who's it going to be?
We never let obviousness stop us.
Like the beginning, the beast must die. Like the beginning of that. Because the question is not who is the murderer, but who will make the penis joke.
I mean, to be honest, I always think of the beast must die when I'm having masturbation. That's what I chant. I think got to kip it, like,
Well,
yes,
it's a trivial story.
Yeah, Tony's wank days are limited because he's been told that he's been poisoned.
Yeah,
and he hasn't got long to live, so that upsets him.
It does. It would.
Puts a crimp in his day.
Yeah. Oh well, I'll just go for a last masturbate then. That's lovely.
See the set start wobbling.
Hartnell going, how dare you, sir? Stop wanking on my set. This is not amusing or sexy.
How am I expected to act when there's a man wanking in my eyeline?
I think we really need to stop this because after that Dragonfire episode, people are just going to think we're just obsessed with wanking. All wanking all the time.
All wank all the time.
We talk about
Tarrant, Wank now.
I broke with the wankers.
So there's some negotiations going on. Basically, it's all about negotiations this time around. The Doctor wants to swap Elia for the humans. Unfortunately, he's up against Restak, who is an absolute fanatic and just wants to execute him.
This is going to be like the again. This is more like the Sensorites, isn't it? This is going to be like the not the elder, the administrator, Peter Glaze, you know, the nasty one.
Yeah, the nasty one.
Basically, who's just constantly going around whispering, going, "I don't trust these humans."
Yeah.
He should be Restak.
Yeah,
because they're all going to be male. They are all going to be male. They just are, aren't they? Unfortunately, they are.
All of them. We've got Restak, who's the absolute fanatic. We've got the scientist, is Malachi, who's a bit more amenable.
Stephen Moore, isn't it?
Stephen Moore's the leader.
He's playing
the leader.
Eldane,
Eldane, yeah. And wasn't it lovely to finally see him in Doctor Who?
Oh, it was great. Yeah.
That was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he retired not long after that, didn't it? Was one of the last things that he did.
It must have been, yeah.
It's all right. We've got Peter Glaze then. Who's playing the scientist?
Who's playing the scientist?
John Ringham.
John Ringham. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good casting. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say probably one of those young 60s actors that was never heard from again, but yeah, okay, fine.
Like Spooky Death Woman in Garlic Invasion of Earth. The one who died before it was broadcast. The one in episode the younger one with the old crone.
Yes. One of them died. Yes.
Was it the got one? Knocked down and killed before it was even broadcast?
Wow.
She freaks me out.
I didn't know that.
Freaks me out. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The one who's going, dogs will get you, and all that sort of bit.
Yeah.
She died before it was broadcast.
Yeah.
We recorded the broadcast. She was knocked down. It's really sad. Weird.
It is sad. Yeah.
It's kind of weird to see. You know, she's the first person to die involved in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
He said cheerfully. Anyway, that's your sex life.
We also there's more scenes on the surface. There's Ambrose. Ambrose learns that Tony's dying. Tony's her dad.
Yeah,
there's a whole family thing going on here, which doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, by the way.
So they're all related, and they all work at this drilling site, and I'm like, what?
Wales.
Yes. Given. But anyway, she's not happy about this. She goes to have it out with Elia, who kind of just riles her up until she kills him. Just,
Okay, what's this scene's going to be very, very different. You're not going to see the gun. She'll have a knife or something, or she'll have a pointed stick. And I think at the end she'll advance and it'll fade to black.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, you're not going to see it.
Suggestion.
Yeah. And then Barbara's kind of coming in and being horrified and taking charge.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, Barbara will storm in going, "What the fuck have you done?" and so on.
And in that Barbara way she does.
Kick her head in.
Yeah.
It's well hard. Yeah.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. Chibnall and mothers. He hates mothers.
Yeah. They're always the villains, aren't they? Yeah.
I was watching this thinking, wow, the women are really fucking things up, aren't they?
Yeah.
On both sides.
Mm-hmm.
They've got Restak and Ambrose.
Yeah, the two sides of the same
men
coin.
Are being terribly sensible about it. And I did think, whatever. But I did note it.
Yeah.
So, we get some scenes with the Doctor gets taken to
Barry Williams is showing exhaustion on his face with great eloquence.
We get this bloody scene where Restak is like, right, I'm going to execute you, Doctor. And she's like, And then it's the end of episode 4, probably, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And then the next scene, she's calling the surface and saying, right, give us Elia back or I'll kill him.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Didn't you just say you're going to...
Yeah.
You know, it makes no sense.
We're gonna have, in this, Hartnell's going to take control, isn't he? He's going to be, at the end of episode 4, it'll be a close-up on his face going... Second advances on him. And then in episode 5, there will actually be a resolution to that.
Yeah. Well, the
advantage any other way.
Yeah, the advantage of several episodes, we can have a long sequence in between those two apparently inconsistent moments where they escape and they get captured again. And she says,
or he just talks her down.
Or he talks her down, or something.
Somebody says, like, hey, you don't realize what I am. I've got a time shit, man.
Yeah. David Whittaker reads the script and says, "No, hang on."
David Whittaker reads the script, and just
change her mind?
Starts typing. Typing.
Just
gets on with it.
Yeah.
Just smokes about 500 fags.
Yeah.
Every single photo I've seen of David Whittaker, he's got a fag on.
Yeah.
Every single one. I know smoking was de rigueur in the 60s, but that's a lot.
Didn't they all have a fag on all the time?
Yeah, all the writers, they've either kind of got a cigarette or they've got a pipe.
Yeah.
And
it's Lloyd.
I'm very serious. I have a pipe.
I'm reading Roger Moore's autobiography at the moment, and he describes Terry Nation as a chain smoker.
There you go.
He took them to meet Tony Curtis to negotiate sort of starting the Persuaders. Tony Curtis was very anti-smoking at the time. And there's poor Terry Nation there just gagging for a fag, Can't do it. So, yeah. But apparently that didn't extend to marijuana. He still smoked marijuana. So it wasn't all bad.
What, Roger Moore?
Tony Curtis.
Right.
Roger Moore smoked in those days. He gave up because of Tony Curtis, apparently.
Yeah, but did he smoke marijuana? I bet he did.
Wasn't Tony Curtis an alcoholic, though? So, swings and roundabouts.
The story comes in because Tony Curtis, when he flew into the UK to make the Persuaders, brought in a suitcase of marijuana with him and got arrested.
Schoolboy era.
You give me one trip in the TARDIS and it's kind of like, right, you can't come back. You got to settle 61 and onwards. Great. Cheers. And if I'm dead by the end of that decade, I don't care. Oh, of course, at my age and bald and stuff, I'd be a guru, wouldn't I? Yeah. I'd be ahead of the curve. 1965, I'm putting a caftan on and just starting a cult. Job.
You'd have a retreat somewhere up a mountain. You'd be like,
I would have a retreat up a mountain. Yes. My God, the things that would happen up that mountain.
Yeah.
It would snow for a start.
Snow what, though?
Lots of snow.
I always wanted to do a Doctor Who story like set in the 60s with the kind of guru that's like sort of behind a curtain sort of thing, sitting in the lotus position. You don't really see him. And then kind of every now and then, like, special girls are invited back to see the guru. And you just see them go behind this curtain, and then this kind of silhouette just grows all these arms and goes, and they're kind of eaten by the guru.
Nice.
Mia Farrow's never seen again.
60s version of Silence of the Lambs, right? It's Magnus Green in 60s guru version.
Yeah.
In Maharishi form.
I now adopt Maharishi form.
Oh, please be quiet.
I think we're somewhere around episode 5. The main gist of it is Restat calls the surface. They have a kind of a video call set up somehow in ways and means.
That's going to involve Mercury.
Yeah.
It's set in the future, so it's fine. It's all right.
They've all got video screens in 1970.
They've all got video screens in 1970. Yeah. They haven't got decimal money yet, but they've got video screens.
They've got video screens.
Yeah, they're all fine.
Yeah.
So basically, they're trying to do a prisoner swap, which is a bit difficult at the moment because the humans have killed their prisoner. So that goes on for quite a while.
I mean, it didn't work in Do Not Forsake Me, Oh My Darling.
Yes. So, and this is where around the point where Eldane turns up as well.
Who's playing Eldane?
Who's playing Eldane?
Orson Welles.
Orson Welles.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Punching above the weight.
Orson Welles in a deep glass rubber mask. Orson Welles.
Orson Welles. This was the series that was pleased to get Julian Glover. No, Orson Welles. Right. Okay.
Like we haven't had more mad than that. Well, connection, because George Coulouris, who was in The Keys of Marinus, which is the story we're replacing, was in Citizen Kane.
Why don't we cast George Clooney as everything? They're not
Well, you
make
can
more...
if you, yeah, all right. You can get Orson Welles. You can fine.
I just think Orson Welles would be a massive Eldane
I
at
see.
that point. He'd be
I
totally
no, that's
like a
fine.
whale coming in. Rah.
A nice way.
They're going to have rubber to put on him.
They didn't get the rubber. This was the 60s. They rubberize everything.
I watched there's some episodes of that Orson Welles Greatest Mysteries or whatever it's called. Like
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And it was really weird because until I watched those, I had no idea what that bit at the beginning of Ripping Yarns was taking the piss out of.
Right,
and that's what it is. It's Orson Welles in his big hat and his cloak.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Orson Welles was doing TV stuff by this point.
Fair enough. Yeah.
That's about 1978. He might have been.
He might have been. He might not. Well, what was he doing in the meantime? Nout.
I'm not an expert in Orson Welles' career.
I must confess, I'm not, apart from the Magooan connection. Yeah. Orson Welles.
I mean, I know he struggled in Hollywood, but yeah, I don't know what he was doing in 1964. I don't know.
I know exactly what he was doing. This Doctor Who story. So
he was smoking cigars. He'd be smoking cigars as a
in his massive rubber mask. Yeah.
That's not sure he would be.
Bom, 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 bom.
Okay, so yeah, Eldane comes in. He saves them from Restek at the point of Restek sort of basically threatening to kill one of them. Someone. Susan probably. I don't know.
He said he doesn't like fireworks behind him like the Chiffre in Casino Royale. And all that sort of bit. Niall's getting really, really irritating because being upstaged.
We get some scenes which are very, very Moffat. I thought where they're doing the negotiations across the table with Eldane on one side.
Yeah.
Amy and Nasreen on the other, and it's actually quite nice that bit. So
Cast Nasreen?
We haven't really cast Nasreen.
We made a male, didn't we?
Did we? Probably would be.
I think it was floated, but in a kind of piss take of the 60s sort of way.
Yeah, he should be an elderly male white scientist, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Wilfred Hyde White.
Wilfred Hyde White. Oh, Wilfred Hyde White and Orson Welles in one scene. This is a magnificent story.
Is it?
Shush.
So we all lizard creatures, eh?
Flags come out of Eldane. Great.
Watched the first episode of Buck Rogers in the 25th century the other day.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. The disco scene where they've got those balls in their hand and they're kind of waving about like Ian. I mean, it's genius. It's genius.
Jump to season 2. Do a bit of Wilfred Hyde White. It's amazing. I mean, you know, Paul's impression of him that he's done for many years is absolutely accurate. It's really not taking the piss. That's how it is.
You really get the impression, though, when he's in that the line he's delivering is only a vague approximation of what's in the script.
He's bimbled in with no idea of what's going on. Well, I'd better say some words, hadn't I?
It's a definitive example of an actor not giving a shit. I mean, you know.
Yes. But also, I think not understanding, why am I here? What's going on? What's the massive extending neck robot thing? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just doing this. Fine. Marvelous. I'll say words. And he's not at all playing it like the rest of them are either. He really doesn't care. He's just wanders in and does his bit in his way.
Yeah.
And they must all accommodate him. And Gil Gerard, bless his heart, does his best.
Gerard's taking it very seriously at this point. Very seriously.
Well, he's seen Star Wars. He's seen Star Wars and gone, right, this is the great thing here. This is going to be a thing. I'm the new William Shatner.
And look what happened. Yeah.
Without realizing that the original William Shatner was not yet ready to give up. Shatner was on Twitter yesterday promoting himself. as usual. And he seems to have lost weight, and he kind of looks more like he did in the 60s. And it's kind of, you're 90 something. Stop it, Shatner. Obey the laws of physics.
See, Tom Baker's 90 now, and he looks properly elderly. Shatner, no.
Shatner is incredible, ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's wrong. And yet so right. It's lovely. He's going to outlive Sulu and Chekhov, isn't he?
Probably.
He's just going to carry on.
Yeah.
He's going to Antarctica. He's like, he and Brian Blessed should get together and do a kind of, we're old and we don't give a shit. We're just still going anyway. Ha, ha, ha.
I picture at the end of the universe, there'll be like Shatner and George Takei just staring at each other, going, I'm going to last longer.
On a moat.
I'm not going first.
Well, I'm not either.
Goodbye.
And then Shatner will just get up and slightly arthritically drop kick him.
Into the next universe.
Yeah.
Into the next universe, which starts with Shatner and Takei. And they become the Black and White Guardians.
Yeah.
It's already happened.
So Shatner and Takei fighting through eternity, just
Yeah. Oh, in that pink void thing.
Yeah.
We need to work this into the Doctor's era. The time ramp version.
Oh, of course, Takei should be the master.
Yes.
If Shatner's the Doctor's father, then Takei's got to be the master, his brother.
No, Takei's going to be the master's father because the master's Eric Roberts. So
Eric Roberts could have died though. So
Grandmaster.
Yeah. We're really, really invested in this Chibnall story, aren't we?
You can really tell when we don't particularly rate the story much.
Hotel. And then there are those silent bits where we just shut up and let Baz struggle through
this plot. Yeah, such as it is. Yeah.
Struggle on, Baz.
Yeah. Well, okay. So the negotiations kind of go all right until they turn up. The humans turn up with a dead body of Elia. It's fair to say Restak doesn't take it well.
It's a shame that Tristan McCary isn't doing the music. At this point, you get that cue from the Daleks, which goes kind of. Like when the Thals are all dead in episode 5 of the Daleks 4. It's just really kind of. I find it a disturbing piece of music. I shall have it played at my funeral.
Freak people out.
Yeah, that'll be the only thing played. It'll be played on a loop. You'll just have to stand there and take it.
And now, one more time. So yeah, it doesn't go well. So we got on episode 6 by now, I guess. So
we're on. Yeah.
Restak's off the leash. She's arresting everyone. She's getting the troops out.
Maybe that's in episode 5. She's getting the troops out.
Getting the troops out. The humans run. They got to run away.
Yeah. And she kills the scientist.
She kills the scientist. He's dead.
Okay. And that's the end of the episode. And she's a bit kind of, nothing in the world can stop me now.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So,
or he did we cast Restak?
I think we cast someone. I can't remember who now. I can listen to this back and say, that's Restak. I'm sure it was a fella.
Oliver Reed.
We've already cast it. Stop.
Fine.
We need more ideas.
Yeah, but imagine Oliver Reed facing off against Orson Welles. Mint. Oh, it's Peter Glaze, wasn't it?
It was Peter Glaze, I think. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Glaze. Well,
so Oliver Reed. Yeah, Oliver. Exactly. Oliver Reed. Peter Glaze and Orson Welles. Mint.
As it always should have been. Yeah.
William Hartnell started around there going, "Why did I come back from my fucking holiday? What's the point? What's the point in any of this?"
That is how I reasoned it would look.
What is the point of any of this?
Could have Paul Darrow as Restak.
Yeah.
Oh, blimey.
He's kind of getting to be in almost as much as Helen Mirren as
Yeah.
Paul Darrow.
He is, yeah.
When we get to time lapse, we'll have to cast Helen as Tekka.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they have some kind of running battle through the tunnels. They run off with Eldane. Eldane kind of goes with them
Very easily.
very easily.
Yeah.
He's done with this. He's like, right, you know
Yeah,
what?
it's going, fuck this shit.
Changing sides.
Yeah.
Ristak, you've gone too far. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hide in a lab. They hide in Malakai's lab. We discover that Tony's not dying. He's just mutating.
Yeah.
Again, it never goes anywhere.
Yeah.
It's mutated, and why would like presumably kill Venom make you mutate? Mutate into what? A Silurian?
I don't know. It's just so him
questions to you, Baz. These are
it's just an excuse to split off him and Nasri, and they decide to stay there, and that's it.
Yeah.
They have to blow up their own drill. They blow up the drill.
You just
drill
cast
goes up.
Hattie Jakes as Nasri and have done with it.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So
keep the name then.
Hattie. So Hattie and Tony are kind of they're just
Hattie
there
and Tony
hanging out together. Yeah.
Did we cast Tony?
Tony Hancock. It's Tony. There you go.
Tony Hancock.
Yeah.
Fine.
We're going there.
Orson Welles and Tony Hancock in the same story, and Peter Glaze, and Paul Darrow, and Wilfred Hyde White. Oh, I love Time Ram. I mean, cast-wise, we're just better than the original. You know,
yeah. It's like there's no limitations. Yeah,
it's mad. Because David Whittaker hasn't got any former script editors going, no, David, no. First,
he can
do
just do what he
wants.
It's true.
He just walks in one morning, which is mesmerized on Verity and goes, Verity, you will have these people. Very well, David. Good. Leaves. Goes. Gliding down the corridors, people die as he passes.
Then he just haunts all the future script editors.
He's all the future script editors. Yeah, he exists beyond time. He's like Scaroff. He's a splinter.
Yeah, but smoking, obviously. No, just,
obviously, all the time. Yeah,
got one going.
This is why people die around him as he passes down the corridors.
Something the kind of smoke effect.
Yeah.
It's the spirit, David Whittaker. Good.
Is this not finished yet?
No, there's more. Basically, Eldane, he solves everything for them. He puts the Silurians back to sleep.
He solves everything for them.
He solves it all. He puts gas in the corridors. He sends them up to the surface.
He goes, look, I'll tell you what, I'll do this.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Rory dies, but we don't need that. Fuck it.
No, Ian's not going to die.
Yeah, and then they all come back in 1,000 years, apparently, supposedly, maybe.
Hurrah! Good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we're finished then. Good.
Yeah. Fuck this. Fuck this shit.
Find out about the journey.
Fuck this story. I'm done.
Rather than the destination.
Ensplinment.
So yeah, it's like the Jodie Whittaker era. I find myself reminded of it. I thought myself, loads of really good ideas and loads of good stuff, none of which goes anywhere.
Yeah.
Doesn't really tie together, apart from in the most trite way.
Yeah.
I
watched it, but I can't honestly say I enjoyed it. Which is a shame. It's one of the better Chibnall scripts, I would have said. There's Moffat stuff in there which is helping it a bit.
Yeah. Oh, there's got to be.
It hangs together slightly better than a lot of his stuff about, weapons bad. Oh, wait a minute, I still shoot people anyway. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
It's just uninspiring.
Yeah. It is uninspiring. It was. I found my attention wandering a lot, and I had to kind of really concentrate.
Yeah.
Because they bring back the Silurians, but just make them fairly sort of uninteresting. They're just generic underground people. They have no particular agenda,
No, and what it was riffed off is absolutely from the Silurians in the first place, anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a carbon copy of that story, but in a much less interesting way. There's one who's particularly aggressive towards humans, going no, and arrogant, going no, this is our planet, and we'll kill the apes, and that's how it should be. Which nowadays you could have done something really interesting with.
There's no subtlety to the position, and
not at all. Much more in the original.
Every argument that those Silurians come out with is absolutely hypocritical and try and you know, it doesn't get challenged, and it doesn't. Nothing that they say makes any sense.
Matt Smith's working his bollocks off to make it work. I think he's superb, and I think the cast are great.
Oh yeah,
all the way through. You know, they do kind of. I think what works in it is down to them making it work. Yeah, hey ho.
So I think probably a 60s version probably would be better. I think I might enjoy that more.
Cast.
Great cast.
Orson fucking Welles, man.
Orson Welles. Can you believe Orson Welles did Doctor Who in 1964?
With a fin on his head and a leotard. Astonishing.
That's astonishing. How did they cast him? It's amazing.
And John Gorry directed it nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably better. What happened to
and it exists in the archives if it's.
And it exists in the archives.
Yeah.
It's Keys of Paradise.
Yeah, absolutely. All the episodes on 16mm negative.
Yeah, lovely. Yeah. 6 out of 10 for me. Yeah.
5.
Yeah, I'll give it a 6 as well. I don't think.
6 for Orson.
Yeah.
6 for Orson. Yeah.
I'll do some numbers.
Yeah.
10.
Dr. 10.
Dr. 10.
Dr. 10.
Yeah.
In story 115.
115. Logopolis.
Whoa!
Ooh. That's our story then.
Yeah, we haven't done the last story from yet, have we? So yeah.
No.
So yeah, Logopolis.
They're not going to do Logopolis. The RTD is not going to be doing Logopolis.
That's the kind of New Year special that they did over.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It can work because the universe is being destroyed in it. That's very RTD.
Yeah.
And it's got the Master in it.
Major league threat.
It's got the Master. Yeah. Coming back after a bit of a gap.
We can make this work.
Yeah.
Have we done a first story for 11 yet? We haven't, have we?
We have. It's Spear from Space. So we need to lead into Spear from Space.
Yeah.
Fine.
So he falls off a radio telescope.
Yeah, he's still on
He's taking the cottage hospital.
Yeah.
Job's a good one.
Oh, wow. So also we get Matt Smith spending the entire thing wandering around in kind of chiffon and stuff at a distance and pointing.
Yeah.
David Tennant going, oh, hello, the Watcher. Oh, you're beautiful. I love you.
They kind of bioregenerate into one. You're right.
Yeah. Degenerate.
Degenerate. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make that work.
All right.
Right. Well, yes, it's me, isn't it? Good. That was Time Ram. Good night.
Short but sweet.
Right. Absolutely. Leave them wanting more.
You've left me wanting more. I've got.
Thanks to Ben Jones for doing music. We're on social media. I don't know. They're on Tumblr. I'm not on Tumblr. I don't know about Tumblr.
You should be on Tumblr. I like Tumblr.
Yeah, what are you on Tumblr? Just tell the listener what you are on Tumblr.
I'm Baz Time Ram on Tumblr, so it's the same handle.
I can't remember what I am on Tumblr.
Marvellous, excellent.
Something on Tumblr.
Excellent. So Paul Ferry's something on Tumblr. I'm not on Tumblr. Baz is honestly basically go for Baz on Tumblr.
You'll find me there
on Twitter, where Baz is at Baz Time Round. Paul is at Paul Ferry 8, and I'm at Rupert Booth. Goodbye again. Why are you hanging around? It's weird. Get out of my house.
I'm that Paul Ferry on Tumblr. I've just checked it out.
You what? You're that Paul Ferry.
I'm that Paul Ferry on Tumblr.
That Paul Ferry.
Not the other Paul Ferry.
Not the other Paul Ferry.
No, that Paul Ferry.
Ah, no, why that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
He's a murderer. Like the other Andrew Pixley.
What happens if you meet the other Paul Ferry? Do you just get into a fight?
Blinovich limitation effect.
Standing in the field waving from a distance. Like, oh, jerking yourself.
Direction point! Direction point!
A Doctor Who podcast network.